Today is Monday. I think this is the last Monday as I record this live for the month of February. Oh boy, this is going to be a good one. So I wanted to chime in today to share some information with you that I believe will be helpful. Now, if you're new and you're catching me on Facebook, then comment, share, help us get the word out. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. If you're not on YouTube, get on YouTube because that's where a lot of magic is taking place. And if you want to connect and follow on Instagram, hey, follow on Instagram. I'm posting meals, sharing information all the time. Okay. Now, what's up there, Jane? How you feeling? Good to see you. I'm going to share something with you all that I believe will help you. Now, each and every day and every week, I'm watching a bunch of women over the age of 40 do extremely well. They're doing really well. And I made an announcement that we were making this program available. And a lot of people looked at it and did nothing. Well, one of my clients this morning, Miss Cynthia French, I just want to say, I'm so proud of you because she saw it. She's seen me over the years do what I do. She jumped on it and she's down. Her glucose numbers are better. Her weight is down. Her body fat, her energy is up, and her carb threshold index number is up. And I could keep sharing that with a whole bunch of people. Another big shout out to Amy P. I just want to say congratulations. I mean, I gave her a couple of corrections to make. Boom, 2.5 pounds down in the last 7 days. Sometimes it takes having a coach, someone right there who understands, so you're not alone and you're not guessing. Having a coach that you can go to, that you believe, that comes from a place where their program and their method, their entire approach is one where there's validation, is verified, and is reproducible, meaning that it's not just working for one person, but for them. Because when you're being coached, it's not a canned program, right? So when I did Food Lovers and I did Diet for Life as an infomercial, I had a program, we put it out there, and it's somewhat canned. You do the best you can so that people can kind of tweak it and make it their own. But when you're being coached, then like if you called me and says, Robert, how does the program work? I would have to ask you, what's your life like? Are you on medications? What's your situation? Because I'm going to coach your situation. I'm not going to just coach with a canned program. We're working specifically with you. Okay, that's most important. So when you reach out and you do any of our programs, if you get with any of our coaches, all of our programs are customized because we're working specifically with you, on you, about you, etc. Okay. Now, there's something that I'm looking into, and then I'm gonna get to the point. I talk about gut health and the microbiome and how it relates to weight loss. I was talking to a client this morning, and as I was sharing information with this client had survived COVID. And as a result of surviving COVID, I noticed that some of the weight loss wasn't coming as fast as I believed it would. And so I started thinking, I said, okay, when a person loses fat, how does it leave the body? And, because when you lose fat or burn fat, it's not like fat's inside your body and it's just being burned. That's not how it works. It leaves your body, right? There's this first law of thermodynamics that says energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Well, that's true. So where does the fat go and how does it leave the body? Well, over 80% of the fat that we burn, that we lose, it leaves the body. It's excreted as a result of your lungs. Okay. Now you also lose fat through your sweating. You lose fat through urinating, going number 2. So fat is leaving and it's being used as energy as well, but it's leaving your body primarily through breath. Now, when I think breath, I think lungs, respiratory system, and COVID. My client had COVID. I believe that COVID could be playing some role as a result of disrupting her microbiome. And one of my dear friends, who is the queen of the microbiome, Dr. Sabine, she has a study that's going to be made available very soon where she's discovered COVID in the microbiome. And no one's really talking about this. But when Savine comes out with her work, trust me, I'm going to be the first one reading it, watching it, and reaching out to her to understand it better. But my gut, if you will, is saying that COVID is playing a role on disrupting our microbiome, our metabolism, and who knows what else. Now, as I share this earlier this morning, I also got an email from a very established oncologist because of some things I posted recently on cancer, and I'm doing work with these oncologists. And they were sharing how, as a result of COVID in the coming months, we're going to see an increase of obesity rates. So people have gained weight and they've gained the wrong type of weight. But their point to me, and we're going to do a podcast show on this, is that they're going to see an increase of various cancers as a result of COVID. And this is coming from a very, very reliable source. So for those of you who put your health on hold and are playing around, I wouldn't play around. And I'm not being sarcastic. Matter of fact, I woke up this morning and I sent out love and prayers to my ex-wife's sister, who just found out this morning that her husband had a massive heart attack. Great guy. When I was in the family, always a great guy. So much respect, love, prayers, blessings to John, to the whole family. I feel for them. Nobody likes to see someone leave. And who knows? I don't know any of the details, but I was just torn. And he's not an old man, for whatever that means. Now, here's the point that I'm going to drive home. This is why I'm doing this live. What's up, Lisa Marie? What's up, Jackie Adams? If you had COVID, man, don't put this stuff off. Do not put any of this off. If I'm putting something out there and you know my track record, you know what I do. We're evidence-based, clinically proven. And I'm saying I have something for women over 40, women under 40, men want to get in better shape. Don't put that off. We have made it this work where it's not expensive. This is something that everyone can take hold of their health. I mean, so don't put it off. And I hope to hear from you, Jackie, sooner than later. And anyone who catches this, okay, COVID is, you get it and you move past it. It ain't over. I have two cousins that have had COVID twice. My mom got COVID. Her boyfriend got COVID. My niece and my great niece got COVID. I've had friends die from COVID. Oh, it's real. And there's so much we don't understand. I mean, during COVID, I traveled over 80,000 miles in the air. I was in 17 states. I did an evidence-based trial where I integrated with people every week. I continue to do all of it, and I've been tested 11 times. I've never had COVID. I don't understand why some people are getting in. I don't get it. But what I do know is that the majority of your immune system is your microbiome, your gut, and that we want to get that to be as strong as possible. And so the work that I'm doing with women over 40 and under 40, all people, is that we are stressing the importance of getting your microbiome as healthy as possible. And when we've done this, we have seen people lose weight more efficiently. The cool part is that it doesn't take a long time to make over your microbiome. It doesn't. And we're not telling you to buy a pill. I'm not saying go buy a bunch of probiotics. No, we use real food, natural food, foods that are going to fuel your microbiome, your immune system, your overall health. Anyway, I went way off. That's not why I got on here to do this post. And that's why, me, I'm transparent. It just is what it is. I don't even say honest anymore because how people say, well, I'm just being honest. Well, I would hope you're being honest. I'm being transparent. I'm sharing information that, I don't have to, and you don't expect me to. You know what I mean? So I just go into it and I know, just be real. Just tell the truth, Robert. Just be real. So here's a take home of why I'm doing this live. I'm doing this live because I was talking to a client this morning, and in the conversation, I shared with her, I said, what do you think because it was a question, right? I said, what do you think I would do? What do you think I would do if I went to my doctor and my doctor said, hey, Robert, your hemoglobin A1C is now in a range where you are type 2 diabetic. So I'm going to recommend some medications for you. What do you think what do you think my feedback would be? Really, in the comments, like, what do you think before I share what, because I'm going to tell you exactly what I would do. What do you think I would do? Okay. What do you think I would do? Bernadette, what do you think I would do? So Lisa Marie, what do you think will be my response when my doctor says, hey, you're type 2 diabetic, your hemoglobin's elevated, and so we're going to, put you on a prescription. Okay, so nobody wants to guess. This, I'm going to tell you, this is exactly what I would do. I say, hey, doc, so how long do I need to go before we can test that hemoglobin A1C? He goes, oh, yeah, well, we can do that like a checkup in 3 months, but let's get these meds. I said, no, I'll see you in 3 months, doc. I'll see you in 3 months. Well, Robert, I don't, and this is the doctor. I don't feel comfortable you leaving. It's elevated. I just don't think it's a good idea. Boom, the door closes. And what do you think I'm going to do every day? If it happened to me tomorrow, what do you think I would do differently than I'm not doing? One, I'm getting up like remember the Rocky movie when he gets up? Remember that movie? Stallone? The first time when he found out he had the big match coming. Remember how hard it was for him to get out of that bed? He crawls out of the bed. Everyone focuses on him, going over to the refrigerator and cracking open those eggs and then drinking it and then going for the jog. I mean, that was cool. And, many of us, I know when I was a kid, I tried that. Didn't work out. But what I want you to focus on is how I am big on the principle that do what you must do to bring about what you desire. You may not like it. You may not want it, but you're going to do it. That's me. So I'll see that doctor in 3 months. And like my friend Chris, whose hemoglobin A1C was 11.1, I would do exactly what he did. He followed Diet Free Life. 3 months later, his hemoglobin A1C is down to 6.0. They cut his medications in half. His triglycerides went from 1,100 down to 100. And a whole bunch of other health markers improved. I'll be doing what Chris did. I'll be working out first thing in the morning, hating every second of it. I'll be drinking more water, hating every second of it. I'll be performing cardio, which I don't like, big time, hating every second of it. I'll be hitting the weights, hating every second of it. I'll be eating my meals the way I know to create fat-burning meals. Well, I'll do that anyway. But I would be, where's my measuring cups? I would measure everything. Now, this is me. If I got that kind of news, and I would get a coach, I would go to one of our coaches and I would have them coach me. Why? Because I want the accountability. Even though I know, I want the accountability. Bernadette Perez is in this thread right now. What's up, Bernadette? I'm so proud of her because she's a coach and she's in this program and I'm coaching her. I mean, I'm watching her waistline just like go down, go down, go down. Clarity, energy. I mean, she's killing it. And there's some others in here that if I didn't catch you. Judy, yes. Oh, yeah. Actually, I was talking to Judy. And thank you for reminding me of that, Judy, because in our conversation, she reminded me, but I would be Clint Eastwood 3 months later. What do I mean by that? 3 months would go by. I would go back to that doctor. I would walk in that room and I would say, let's just check this blood. Where's the scale? Let's knock this out because I already know the outcome. I already know. And the doctor's going to go, wow, this is amazing. No, it's not amazing because I turned the switch on. Some people call it the athletic switch. I don't think you need to be an athlete. I've seen quite a few moms. I work with many women over the years. I've seen moments when they turn that switch. I was a big fan and still a big fan of vampire movies. I love vampire movies. And There's this teeny bopper one that I was watching. I watched the whole series. My kids now are into it. Vampire Diaries. And then you had the originals. And when you watch that movie or that series, they always talk about how they can turn off their humanity, right? It's like a switch. And once you turn it off, it's kind of hard to come back. Well, I'm turning off that switch to the diet mentality, and I'm going for freedom, and I'm going for quality of health. I'm going for it. Okay. And I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to complain about it. And I'm going to do it every day. And I can't wait to go see that doctor and show him, I didn't need your medications, bro. I didn't need that. I know what to do. Thank you for catching it. And then I would have my glucose monitor so I can check, and that will never happen again. Because, when I eat a meal, same as Chris, and I check my glucose the next morning, if it's way higher than I would like it to be, I ain't eating that meal for dinner. No, I'm done with that. It's just, life is too short. You hear people say that, but it is. I'm watching it happen. My baby girl was 1 not long ago. She was so cute at 3. I was loving at 6, all the new things. It got more fun at 9 and 10. Now she's 13. Oh my goodness. It's passing by. And yeah, it's amazing. And I want quality of life, and I know you do too. So what would you do if you found out you were diabetic? What would you do if you found out about how COVID may be creating a disruption in your microbiome? Because the doctors aren't looking at that. You would have to go to a gastroenterologist who's very knowledgeable of it. And I have one I could recommend you to. She can even work with you from a distance. But you would have to go there so they can check and see if COVID is still inside your gut bacteria. I mean, I would. Now, I'll keep reporting back and share information with you, because I reached out and I said, hey, I have a client who is wanting to lose some weight. We're doing everything right. And I believe this lady, but I'm watching how her body's responding. She's eating very well, and I don't lose when it comes to weight loss. So if you're my client and we work together, you're going to quit before I do, because we're going to figure this out. And I'm going to get you there. Like the song says, I'll get you there. I'm not going to sing. I was thinking about it, but I was like, that won't go over well. Anyway. Okay. So Bernadette Perez, she says VIP 456 has been the game changer. Yes, it's a good one. Lisa Marie is getting ready to do it. I'm so proud of you, Lisa. I know Peggy, I already know you got the switch. I mean, if you were a vampire boy, I would run if you hit that switch. Because certain people, they just got like an energy, and you can see it in their eyes. You can hear it in their voice. Yeah, nothing's going to like throw them off, man. Nothing. So anyway, I am so happy I got to do a live today. I was like, how am I going to fit in a live? And I was just moved. And thank you, Judy, because our conversation moved me to do this. And going back to the COVID thing, I'm on it because my mom had COVID and she has many mobilities, right? Comorbidities that, put her at a very high risk. And she went and got the vaccine. I personally will not get the vaccine, but never say never. I'm just not, but I'm happy my mom did. And right now everything seems to be going well, but I have my mom eating the way we do with VIP right now, because I want her to get her gut to be as healthy as possible. Because if COVID is in there, which we don't know, and I'm going to reach out to Dr. Saban to see if I can get my mom tested, I'll pay the money because I want to know. Or what you can do is we can assume it's there and then just create health. That's how I approach. I think everybody should live their life as though they have COVID in their microbiome. Why not? Then you just create health. You just do all the things that's going to make your gut health as healthy as possible. Why not? We all benefit from doing that. Okay. So, all right, Tracy, good to see you on here. What's up, Marilee? All right. Did I miss anybody? Okay. So I'm going to say goodbye. What's up, Yolanda? Tell the doctor. She says, tell the doctor, think Oh, thanks, but no thanks. I'm telling you right now, all they got to do is tell me that there's a problem. And then the first thing I'm going to do is look at the solution and find a way, because I am willing. And for the most part, I'm able. And when I say most part, because if it costs $50,000 to buy a pill to create an outcome, I don't have $50,000. So I'm not able to do that. But if it was $50 or $300, I'm able to do that. And I'm definitely willing to win. So I want you guys to win. So I talked about a lot, shared some insight, want you to be healthy. God bless everyone who is going through the struggle, whether it's your health, your finances, relationships, whatever it may be. But pray about it, stay focused. And like The Secret predicts, think about what you want. Use the words, speak in a way, affirm what you want. And when you affirm, expect. But here's the thing. When you expect and you don't get, that's in God's timing. Still keep doing the work. That's why having faith or hope in what you're doing is very important. So when I'm coaching people, it's important that they believe in me and that I believe in them. That's going to help us get through those moments when you hit a road bump, right? You hit a block. And in the words of Michael Jordan, to paraphrase, when that wall does get in front of me, I'm going over it. I'm going around it. I'm going under it. I may just have to just blast right through it, but I'm getting on the other side, and you will get on the other side. So we still got some life in us, you guys. Let's live our best. Let's rock and roll. All right. So enjoy the rest of your day. God bless you. And again, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page, please come over and do that and share what we're doing. If you feel that there's words of wisdom and what I share, there's information that could help other people, do me a favor and share it, because I know the reality that no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. So I care, so I'm sharing. And I know you care, so I'm asking you to share. And I appreciate you. Okay? So you guys have a good one. Peace.